come up from behind the box. Sneaky like. Can you see us? Yeah. Hi, I'm Ty.
I'm Brandon.
And this is Cybertron Universe Metroplex.
So to me, that sounds like it's like a city. Is he turning into a city?
Okay.
It's a Metroplex.
So, the original Metroplex toy from the 80s does turn into a city. However, this Titan-sized Autobot does not turn into a city. He turns into an excavator. Because he is from the colony planet of Gigantion, and their whole job is to travel to different planets and build new cities for people and Transformers to live.
So he once was a city.
In the 80s.
He once was a city, and not anymore. Times have changed, but now he's giving back to the cities.
Well, he's actually the thing is, the other one does still exist too.
Oh.
This is part of the Transformers Legacy line, which is taking bots from different Transformers timelines and universes and bringing them together into one toy line. And this was originally released in the Cybertron toy line, which was part of the Unicon trilogy that started with Transformers Armada, which that means they would have had minicons. And in the original release, Metroplex here had a minicon drill bit, but as part of this legacy release, he does not have his minicon partners since they don't do minicons anymore. So he's actually slightly less.
But he's still good.
He's still very big. Still very big. I'm very looking forward to opening it.
He's wrecking somebody in the front.
Yes, he is. That's I think Inferno. He was a Predacon that turned into a fire ant.
I was gonna ask if it was a Predacon.
Yeah, he always got killed a lot. He would always get blown up and destroyed. And
I still am unclear how Predacons and Autobots and everybody all come together.
Oh, okay. So toward the end of the war, when the Autobots and the Decepticons were wrapping things up, Cybertronians decided, hey, you know, if we were smaller, we would need less fuel. And, hey, why don't we take on alternate forms like, you know, animals and stuff? Why is it always just cars? And so they kind of just, with time, became Predacons and Maximals. And I'm going to just slide out and just accidentally cut you. So, first off, it looks like we're opening up a sarcophagus. Yep. So he's a Titan, like Scorponok that we did, or sorry, Black Zarek we did, what, a year ago now?
Is that true?
I think it was a long time ago now. Yeah.
Alright, that is... Watch out, little.
So yeah, he big boy. So I've got the original release from the Cybertron. I have the Japanese release of him, and he was not... The original toy was not this big. They made him a lot bigger for these, to make him fit with the other Titan figures.
So his head is non-camera, so let's scoot back a little bit. Let's do that.
This is one of the nicest things they added to figures was this ankle swivel, so you can do that. So much nicer.
So you can extend the leg and have it...
Exactly.
And the feet still line up?
Yeah.
I'm getting Triceratops Power Rangers vibes with the
legs.
I
kind of see that. So I have ordered the upgrade kit for him. The upgrade kit comes with a minicon. These are all third-party parts made by other companies. And posable hands, so each hand is, you can pose all the fingers. And this is his excavator axe.
Is there like a crank on it or something?
So the original toy actually did have a crank on it.
This one just spins. Because if you hit something, it looked like it was doing something.
Yeah, so the gimmick in the original Cybertron toy line is everyone came with planet keys, which were little bits of plastic that you could plug into the figure or the weapon to activate a gimmick. And obviously they don't do that anymore with these. Yeah, so the way he would kind of, just like a weed whacker in the original. So like when he was just kind of chilling.
I don't know. I shouldn't touch. I shouldn't try.
Opposite sides from the handle. He a big boy. Oh, okay, yeah, and see, this actually swivels. I'm giving him a way to hold it. Looks like he's holding it in the right hand in the pictures. So we will try to imitate that.
So, this is not specific to this character, but is there a community that does custom paints for these?
Tons.
Okay, I was going to say, because I'm looking at this and all this detail, it just kind of gets lost because it's just one flat color.
There's people that do tons of panel lining where they go into all these little cracks and crevices and add a little bit of shadowing. I don't do it because if you screw it up,
yeah, I get it.
But the work people do. Now, there's a company called Repro Labels that makes stickers to highlight all of these details. Cool. And like once they throw their stickers on something, it's insane the amount of detail that shows up. Let's see, how is that thing on his back supposed to go when he's just chilling? Like when he's just standing there minding his own business. Sorry, what was that? It's probably not a bad idea. Looks like he's got light piping on top of his head, I think. Oh, the light piping is right on his forehead. Whoa. So if the light hits his forehead, wow, that does that's a decent amount of detail.
Yeah, they add some detail to that.
Yeah. That is a very dynamic looking pose.
Yeah, I love that a lot. That looks great.
And there it is on his back. I actually kind of like to put the curl in so it's not just hitting the back of his legs, but that looks pretty cool. That's just big old excavator Metroplex coming back from a hard day's work. Just wanting a cold glass of Energon. Finishing up at the construction site. Every time you sit down right on that cord, and it's just going to fall again.
Don't sit there, baby. Stand up. See, it's falling already. Can you pick back up? Thank you.
Like, look how tall that is.
Pretty awesome.
For a weapon.
Yeah.
This would be like a kid's role-play toy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're going to transform him into a second mode. Now, this second mode, I think was a fan transformation for the original. That I guess, or it may be completely original for this version of him. But it's definitely unique. I'm not entirely certain what the purpose of this other mode is, but
so there's 3 on this one.
Yes. Black Zarak had the spaceship mode, the city mode, and So most Titans, a lot of Titans tend to seem to have 3 modes. So, and closes over his face. Oh, this closes, so now it's a new face. Goes forward. So there at the neck, the whole head slides forward. These guns stay forward now. We open up the chest. Lift up. Close that. Okay. Now we're going to lift up here and fold the hands in.
So we don't have the visible hand syndrome.
I'm so grateful. Any Transformer that actually hides the hands is a much better Transformer in my mind.
If anybody ever accuses me of not paying attention, I do sometimes. Visible hands, I'm familiar with. Peace spots? Is that what it was? Peace formers?
Oh, yeah.
Parts formers.
Parts formers, yeah. I was like, I thought at first I thought you said P-formers. I'm like,
P-formers,
there are
you
no
are gonna get peed on.
There are no R. Kelly Transformers that I know of.
Don't whiz on the electric fence. Now he's in. Sorry, that was a bad joke. We're gonna cut that.
We're canceled.
It's gonna be a change of pace having me have a long beep over my words. He's looking real aggressive at me right now.
He doesn't like you.
He doesn't like you.
And I don't like you either.
We're on 12 systems.
Oh, apparently in that robot mode, these are supposed to be pointing behind him, so they're now pointing forward.
This reminds me of the top of the Ecto one.
I totally see that, yeah.
I also am seeing like...
With the ghost grabber.
I'm also seeing like Tankzilla or whatever it's called from the Destruction Derby.
Tankzilla.
This is one that I've created. It's his sidekick. It's actually sentient and it travels like this.
That's his mini-con partner, yeah. So he looks like he's still got the same long legs, but he now has a much shorter torso. So he just looks like a guy wearing high waters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. Like, I guess it's just digging, like, but that's what his vehicle form is supposed to be. Like, maybe this is a battle form? Full 360. His guns point forward. So it seems like this is almost a battle form, I think. Okay. Opening back up. So these panels here on the side are for the city modes. So you can connect them to stuff. That's cool.
No, that's good.
What are these parts on the excavator? Because I see them all the time.
I would assume it's...
Stabilization? Or
Are they up in the air or are they usually on the ground?
excavators are usually on the ground. And then if you want to use it to connect to other sets, you fold those out. So they just did this to match with the other Titans, which is great. I'm happy for that because it's the one thing is there's so many like cool Titan play sets that don't I never would have thought could be used to attach to the city stuff, but this could. Even though it doesn't make any sense, it's a big vehicle. So that is Cybertron Metroplex. It was a weird choice to use the Metroplex name for this figure when they did it for the Cybertron series, because I always think Metroplex, I think a city. But I would have given him a different name and kept Metroplex just Metroplex. But still, it's I love his main robot form. His main robot form looks amazing. This is a really cool weapon to use.
Yeah, that's really cool.
His posing is great. Once I get him home, I'm thinking I'm going to get him in the light box and try and do some cool poses. But he's definitely a chore to transform.
Is that because of the size?
Because of the size. They're just kind of unwieldy at this size. Because you've got, as you're trying to do one part, another part's want to fall forward. So Titans can be a bit of a chore, but man, are they cool. Just to have a transformer this big. I would have lost my mind as a kid to have one this big.
Yep.
This is like, as a kid, this is a whole play set. Like, my goodness.
Yep.
I'd be the envy of the cul-de-sac with this guy. I'd say, you know, if you're wanting to add to your Titan collection, I think he's a great Titan. If they do a recolor of him, I won't get a recolor. Like, there's several Titans I bought recolors of. I wouldn't ever need a recolor version of this.
Okay.
it would have to be very different somehow. Like maybe I would display one at the tiny robot, one at the big robot, but I wouldn't feel the drive for it. Like I bought the recolor of Omega Supreme, which when he finally comes in, I'll bring over and we can do a review. He turns into a base and a rocket ship and a tank. Turns into all three at the same time.
Oh.
So it's a lot of fun. And I've got the original, but they're doing a recolor, which is like an army building type thing. So it's weird to imagine a $150 army building figure like that big.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It is. And there are people who bought several.
I believe it.
But yeah, I enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad you were able to sit in on this and enjoy it with me.
Yeah. But yeah, this is really cool. This weapon's my favorite.
Yeah.
Part.
Thanks for watching. I'm Ty.
I'm Brandon.
And this has been Cybertron Metroplex from Transformers Legacy.
Like and subscribe.
Have a great day.
Bye.
That's how they get you.
Get you.